First Thursday of every month called Slide in the DMs, and I believe it's stories of stuff that actually happens to people on Tinder and all those things. So that should be fun. Check it out. Give it up for your next comic, Angelina Martin.
Hello. How are you guys feeling? Okay, cool. What are you guys into? Can anyone here teach me about astrology? No? My therapist Kobe just went up, so I'm looking for other answers. Astrology is actually next on my list of interests to adopt in order to further alienate men.
Yes!
Because apparently liking Riverdale and crying in public isn't driving them away fast enough. Men seem to really hate astrology for some reason. It infuriates them. They're like, planets don't make you sad. Girls do. It's all fake. Astrology's all made up. Yeah, no shit. That's why we like it. Everything you enjoy is made up too. Do you think libertarianism and Magic the Gathering were created during the Big Bang?
Yes!
Someone made them up. It's not like either of us are hurting anyone here. So why don't you let me keep believing that Mercury in retrograde is the reason my credit score is so low. And I'll let you keep believing that your girlfriend naturally doesn't grow hair on her asshole. We'll both be happy in our delusions. I made a resolution. I need to stop assuming that girls are gay. It's gotten me into too many sticky predicaments, and I can't afford to break another lease. So going forward, from here on out, my new strategy is to just pretend every hot girl I meet is straight until she explicitly tells me otherwise, okay? She's got a snapback on, doesn't mean anything. She's got a rainbow flag pin on her cargo jacket. I'm not reading into it. She's kissing my neck. She's probably just being polite. Her family is Scandinavian. It's probably just a cultural thing. I'm not gonna be rude and just assume a girl is queer just because she's fingering me. There's a number of explanations available. Maybe she lost her keys. I don't know. I know her first name, not her story. I don't know if you guys got that CNN news alert on your phones recently, but yes, I am single. It's been pretty fun so far. My vibrator isn't the best conversationalist, but she has yet to make me sit through the entire extended director's cut of Lord of the Rings and watch my face the whole time to make sure I'm having the correct reaction. So I think we have a future together. I do have one complaint about being single. I don't know if you guys are taking constructive feedback. You look like you're in charge of fucking. My only complaint about being single is how cumbersome it is having to train someone new how to fuck you right. Is anyone familiar with it? It's just so time consuming. I wish I could write it off on my taxes. Like my ex and I, when we were together, we were fucking like we were training for the Olympics, you know? Just practicing hard every day, estranging ourselves from friends and family, seeking commercial sponsors. Really trying to perfect it, you know? So to go from that to just a sweaty stranger with 3 mutual friends fingering my vagina like a racist middle-aged white lady dialing 911. Did you come? It was very hard for me, to say the least. Well, it wasn't hard for me yet, but he had had a lot of whiskey that night. It wasn't my fault. This isn't a hypothetical hookup. This was the first person I slept with after my breakup, and he just looked like a little bit waifish, you know? He just had a Jane Austen glint in his eye. He just looked like if I told him a laundry list of all my kinks all at once, he would need a fainting couch. So I thought it would be kinder to him to ease him into it, you know? And I thought the best way to do that would be to just pretend that all these ideas were just coming to me in the moment, off the top of my head. Like, first of all, loving all the closed mouth making out. Yum, yum, yum. But I got a crazy idea. Wouldn't it be crazy if you spanked me? That was crazy. I think we can all agree that was pretty crazy. Oh man, what if you like pulled my hair? Who am I right now? Came out of my mouth, I don't even recognize myself. Oh, keeping the ball rolling though, just keeping the ball rolling here. What if you like, I don't know, pinch my nipples with the antique bronze nipple clamps that are in the second drawer of my armoire. And then you hook that up to the generator in my closet, give it a couple minutes to warm up. And then you gave me a series of light electrical shocks to the beat of David Bowie's Suffragette City. I'm just spitballing here. Just improvising, you know. Sometimes you gotta yes and your way to an orgasm. Sorry, I'm just like talking about sex. I haven't even checked if you guys have had the sex talk yet. Does anyone have the sex talk? I won't spoil it for you. But I have had the sex talk. I got the sex talk from a cassette tape series called Passport to Purity, which was strange because I didn't realize that purity was a destination, let alone that it had border control. But this tape series was narrated by Pastor Craig, just like a human soul batch of a man. Catch him on watch list everywhere. It's narrated by Pastor Craig and Pastor Craig's wife, who not only gave up her last name for her husband, but her first name as well. No one remembers what it is. And the two of them, they taught me a lot about, you know, life, love, etc. But the thing that stuck with me the longest is they told me, your virginity is like a water balloon. If you have sex before marriage, you lose all the water from that water balloon. But other activities can also reduce the amount of water in your water balloon. Every time you give a boy a little kissing, a little hugging, a little touching, you perch your buttocks on his knee, you graze your hand against his at the water fountain, you make direct eye contact after 7 p.m. on a school night, you lose a little bit of water from that water balloon. And then boom, it's your wedding night! And you only have a half full water balloon to give your husband. Now, is that a good gift to give your husband on your wedding night? And I just remember thinking, I don't even think a full water balloon would be a good gift. At least give me something I can return for store credit. I used to be a stripper and now I'm not anymore. Thank you so much. I'm trying to find an office job now, which is difficult to do because there's a 6-month gap on my resume when I was shaking my titties for rent money. Sorry, shaking is not the right word for A cups. Vibrating. I was vibrating my titties. It's more accurate. I just like that joke because every time I tell it, people stare at my tits. But yeah, job interviewers don't really love it when you say that you were a stripper. They kind of frown upon it. So I've learned to, you know, beat around the bush, so to speak. You know, I don't say I was a stripper. I say at my last job, I was a freelance entertainment provider and an interpersonal customer liaison at the landing strip. But I actually had many different positions during my time there. I'm a very flexible employee. Huge believer in workplace transparency, okay? You know, anything I'm doing on the job, I'm going to let you see. Strong background in sales, excellent salesperson. If I can convince your Confederate grandpa who reeks of Pall Malls and missed alimony payments that I'm remotely attracted to him for 10 whole minutes, then I can upsell cable to your dumbass customers. Like going from the World Series to Little League. Give me a challenge. I was not a good stripper. I didn't know how to strip. I didn't know how to pole dance. My whole routine on stage was like I was about to start stripping at any moment. I was like, what's this? A pole? I'm gonna dance on it. I think I will, but I'm going to. It's a good pole. Sturdy. I like that in a pole. Connected to the ground. How y'all doing tonight? You guys from out of town? God, I hope so. Who's ready? Who's ready for some pole dancing? This guy is. He's got a visible erection. It's making me very uncomfortable. I can't hear y'all. I said, who's ready for some? Oh, I'm so sorry. The song just ended. Oh, no. Unfortunately, that's all the time that I have on stage tonight. Sorry we didn't get to the stripping portion of my act this evening, but please come back tomorrow night, y'all, when I will for sure be dancing on this hair pole. Because, folks, I definitely know how to. All right, thanks, y'all. I've been Angelina. Let's